All right, during the pandemic, many people started working out at home.
Yes, but if you only have limited equipment, how can we add variety and intensity to our at-home workouts?
Our buddy and fitness guru, Joe Carabace, is back.
Yay!
Nice to see you. Yay!
Hey, it's great being here.
All right, so tell us a little bit about your family first.
Oh, babe, we got a 9-month-old at home,
believe
Maeve
it?
Marie. Oh, she's the best.
And you're married, and you got a kid, and it's just unbelievable.
Back from Florida.
And a dog.
We got a dog, Buddha. I mean,
I love it. Well, we're happy to
very
have
blessed.
you. And you
yeah.
look amazing. You're going to be in
Thank
a competition.
You. Bodybuilding show. Our first one, September 18th.
Where is that going to be? In Oakville?
Oakville, Connecticut.
Okay, so can people go?
Of course, I'd love that.
All right.
Absolutely.
Cheer on Joe Carabace.
And it's your
Appreciate
very
it.
first one.
Very first one.
You said something, and I don't know if I should bring it up, but I
Yeah.
want to bring it up because I think it'll make people feel at ease. Even someone like you, you came in and we're like, oh my gosh, you're amazing. But even people who work out have maybe some insecurities, right?
Yeah, the real reason behind it, Scott said, well, why is your first one? I said, yeah, the reason I never did it was because of insecurity of being on stage and just being the light on you. And so it's a very vulnerable position. So it's been an internal journey just as much as a physical one. And it's been a game changer.
Well, you're going to help Renee and I get back on track. You've got 6 ways to add variety. Well, we both need it. Let's be honest.
We all do.
We all need it. Everybody needs to get in shape.
I love you so much. So what's tip 1?
All right, well, first and foremost, so a lot of people at home, Scott, I'm going to give these to you.
Okay.
So there's not a huge variety of dumbbells. Those are 5-pounders. He's active.
These are good.
But the way to leverage the weight is there's different things you can do. One is time under tension. And so basically just holding the weight, going through a movement pattern for a longer period of time. So a basic one you could do, so arms straight.
Okay.
If you're doing a curl, right? So rather, a lot of people just curl up, but to add intensity, you can go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You could pause at an angle and then reverse it down, 5, 4. Next thing you can do to add intensity is escalating tempo. And so you're going really slow, and then you can kick it into gear. So towards the end, when you start to burn out, you can go really fast, still thinking about the mind-muscle connection, but adding a little bit of speed.
My trainer actually makes me do that. He's like speeds it up at the end. He's like, okay, now give me 10 really fast.
That's awesome.
Okay.
That's great.
All right.
And then another thing you can do is add instability.
What's that?
Instability is just removing balance to some extent. So you can do this with any bodyweight exercise. That would be one thing you could do for sure. Yeah, you can do that. You can lift a foot up. Now, it's a little goofy with a bicep curl, but if you're in a plank, for instance, right, and this is easy for you, or a low plank, this is easy for you. Lift one leg, lift one arm, lift on a leg and an arm.
He has me do that too.
Yeah, so all sorts of things like that.
Wow.
Yeah, easy things. Next one is add positioning, right? So standing and lying down are generally conventional, but what you can do as well is get into different seated and half kneeling postures. So half kneeling position here, taking away your lower body. All right, so that is really just focused on your upper part. So you can do anything rotational, you can do upper, as well as going on to 2 knees. From here, seated on your butt. Now, this is an extremely difficult position because your center of gravity is lower, so it's harder to go against and perform any side of movement. So whether it's overhead, to the side, out, whatever it is, you don't realize how much you use your legs. So it really challenges your core.
That's very interesting because you're saying if you don't have the equipment, you just really did a whole body workout with just some movements and adjustments.
Yeah, and again, if you can do all sorts, and even asymmetry, you can do one weight at a time. Right, so one curl, one press, the other arm. It actually challenges your brain, your coordination to focus in, and makes it harder.
Okay.
I do actually have a question. What is a good starter weight for anybody, and does it differ between men and women?
Hold this, see if it's heavy.
No, it's 5 pounds.
Right.
Well, here's the thing, and there's a myth. There's a myth about weight training with women is that the fear of bulking. But the general rule of thumb for anybody at home or anywhere else trying to figure out how much weight to use is find something uncomfortable. So you should be able to not hold a conversation when you're doing the movement, but not be at a point where it's so exhausting and so hard your form starts to compromise.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah.
All right. So did we cover it all?
Man, we got plenty more if you want to keep going. We got
isn't breathing important, and posture, right?
Posture is always going to be important. Pulling your shoulders back, tucking your ribs. Oftentimes, the way we stand has a lot to do with our posture. So if you find yourself standing like this, squeezing your butt, going from there. But in terms of movements, another way you can add intensity is range of motion, right? So if I'm just doing a basic body weight squat, I can add a half to that range. So I can go all the way down, half up, all the way down, all the way up. And that you can do with any movement, a curl, a press, you name it, a row.
Now, we should, Joe looks like he looks like Joe because that's your job. Your job is to look like you. I mean, you know, and
mean,
you're in the
to some
fitness,
extent, yeah.
you're in the fitness business,
of course.
and you know, so you know, if we don't look like you in 2 weeks, we shouldn't get discouraged.
Well, look, it's not about looking like me. It's looking like the best version of you. And really, that just starts with small steps forward. And so the little bit you can do, and don't underestimate 5 minutes. Don't estimate doing one thing, parking further away, whatever it might be. Because it all matters.
Okay, very
No,
good.
and I like that's what he said when you came in here. As long as you get some movement in your life, it is so important because it's just healthier than anything if you're not moving. And you've got a YouTube channel, right?
Yeah, so with all the pandemic and all the need for a lot of us got out of shape, so I'm developing a new YouTube channel. It's all follow-along workouts, and it's all free. So I'm releasing 2 new follow-along workouts you can do with minimal equipment at home, no matter your fitness level. And the channel is called Get Jacked TV.
That is fantastic. We have, hang on a second. Jane, our producer's asking if you want to take your shirt off. I don't know why, but no, just kidding.
That's like the 9th time he's done that.
Know,
But he gets you every time.
He gets you every time.
I get him every time. Boom, boom, boom.
But see, now that's a good movement. But now,
look at him. He's the trainer.
Before you start any workout program, should you check with your doctor first? Should we ask questions?
That's overrated. I think that can lead people into a point where it's just another way to procrastinate it.
Yeah. Okay.
So the reality of it is be safe. Don't think you got to do heavy. Don't think you got to do super intense or super hard. Start where you feel comfortable, whatever that might be, and then slowly inch up from there.
August 12th is my date to go back to the gym. So
that's the day.
I'm excited. I'm nervous though. I haven't been to the gym since the beginning of COVID.
Don't be nervous. You know, that's actually a very common fear for people when they're starting a workout plan is they think you need to lose weight. It's a nerve-wracking thing, which I understand, but know this. Everybody else is in your shoes, and a little bit that you do is the progress that you need to focus on. So just showing up really is half the battle.
Half the battle. And I'm intimidated because I'm afraid my trainer's going to look at me and goes, you gained 20 pounds over COVID. And I'm like,
no right person in their mind would ever say anything like that.
And you can help with nutrition.
100%, yeah. And you know, with nutrition, simple things go a long way.
Okay.
And honestly, if you put a gun to the head, I'm sure any one of us knows the things that they can start doing today. You don't need a fancy diet. You don't need to spend a ton of money on a nutritionist. Just start making some of the small changes you know exist. Maybe it's not wine every night, or maybe it's 1 glass versus 3 glasses.
Right.
You know, we all know the things that we do that hold us back, and just make those a little bit better, and you'll see a huge change.
Well, his name is Joe Carabace. You can find him on Facebook and Instagram, of course, and of course the new YouTube channel. We're so excited you're back.
It's great to be back. Yeah,
good to see you.
Pleasure.
Here,
Appreciate you guys.
Take those. I don't know what to do with them.